Hey, good people, welcome back to the podcast version of MCJ's Art Studio. Today, we are talking about a very specific topic when it comes to using your sketchbook and the intention that people have with showcasing their art online. Now, I'm going to show you the next clip, and if you're listening, you're going to hear this audio. It's a screen recording that I did on my Instagram page, and this young man, this creator, said something very sensible that I believe more people need to hear. And again, this is specifically for people that are sketching, illustrating, drawing in their notebooks. I know that I have been showing a lot more content when it comes to sketching, drawing, and illustrating. And I do believe that when you see this or hear this, you should take this into consideration. I'm going to talk about it further after this particular clip. Stay tuned.
Art tips, whatever. If somebody shows you the sketchbook and every page is perfect, that shit is fake. Like, I be seeing artists post their sketchbooks on here and like every page is perfect. I'm not gonna lie, you got that sketchbook solely to make posts out of because you're not even using it like a real sketchbook. I take notes of my shit. I do thumbnail sketches. I take notes. I do everything because it's still a notebook. First of all, it's just a place for comfort. Are there lots of drawings in here? Yes. All the time, it's a sketchbook. But like, for them to all just be perfectly executed, no mistakes, that's a lie. They lying to you. And that's probably why a lot of folks get on here and they be trying to learn art, they be trying to learn drawing, and they think that they're supposed to show up and be perfect every time. No, that shit can be ugly, and it can be ugly and just fine. So really don't overthink.
Okay, so you have seen the clip, right? I screen recorded this clip because this is something that so many other artists need to know when it comes to you sketching in your sketchbook. This is a very specific subject, and it pertains more to people who sketch in sketchbook or illustrate into their notebook or whatever it is that you do. Drawing, sketching, this is for you. So where he is basically saying is something that I've been saying for many times, many moons, many suns, okay, many decades. And I've been saying this on the platform so many times that if you don't treat your notebook, your sketchbook as a sandbox, you basically are not allowing yourself to grow. This sickening, almost insidious obsession with perfection that people have is out of this world. Now, I can guarantee you that I've had a couple of sketches that I've been even not proud of, and I've showed them online. I show them in the videos. According to my standard, I might be like, this is not good. And other people might be, I don't see anything wrong. Okay, but according to my standard, I don't consider them to be good. But I don't ever want to pressure myself to believe that I'm not allowed to make mistakes. I don't ever want to pressure myself to believe that it's not okay for me to experiment with something or just have a bad day. For God's sake, just have a bad day. Just have a bad day of not performing up to me. Okay? My name is not Optimus Prime. Okay? That's not what it is. I know that social media has made us to believe to give the best view of what it is that we do. The best vision of it is that what we do. But here's another thing that made me think in relation to the video that I just showed in the beginning. And that is when for your American brothers and sisters, on the 19th of January, it went black for a couple of hours and y'all came back. And before people, before they saw that their account was going black, they started to confess to a whole lot of things. Okay? If fitness trainers or influencers started to confess that they did not create or eat the way that they eat as they show it to other people or do exercises the way that they show it, others started to come with confessions of, this channel is about a particular niche, but then they actually themselves don't like it. There was this one particular woman who created, very particular ice cubes, but she herself doesn't use ice cubes. I was like, what? I was grabbing my invisible pearls. I was definitely clutching my invisible pearls. And so there are many types of confessions, of which a couple are also people who are, in the art world. And I'm like, you see, this has a lot to do with the fact that people don't want to fail. And I know for some of you who have been following me, I do say fail until you fail to fail, but that has to do with how you hone into your craft. It has nothing to do with the fact that you don't want to fail in front of people because you actually don't want to do it. It has nothing to do with the fact that you want to fail in front of people because you want to show the perfect side of you, even if that means it's not real. That it has nothing to do with that. Don't ever associate it with that because it's absolutely not that. That what we are now witnessing, and which has actually always been on social media, is where people are going for perfectionism to gain a following, to gain notoriety, to gain fame, to gain brand deals, money, all of those things. Let me be very clear. It's not bad to have those things in mind, but the way that you get there, that is something else. Because the moment that people realize that it's not real, and you can imagine how people started to react on TikTok when they were like, "Oh, wait a minute, so y'all don't do the things that y'all professing to do? What's going on?" People were, they started to make videos about the fact that people were not doing what it is that they are doing. Which leads me to the video in the beginning as a reference point. Nothing is going to be perfect. Nothing is going to be, it looks good. But does it need to look good? Does it need to look good? Yes, some instances, yes. But like I already said in the beginning, this pertains specifically to people who are drawing and illustrating in sketchbooks. Because I too have been on TikTok seeing videos of people who are making the absolute perfect illustration, perfect drawing, and saying, "This is my sketchbook." Excuse me? You know what a sketchbook is, right? And that is not to say that every sketch is going to be ugly, or when you sketch it's going to be ugly. Not at all. What I'm saying is, you're definitely going to have moments when it's not just looking good, and that's okay. Is there a certain level of accountability and responsibility that the watcher, the viewer, those people who are watching, is there a certain level of accountability and, nuances that we need to bring to it? Absolutely. But you can't expect that from people because you're leading with this presentation on your platform. So if this is your platform and I come here as a viewer, I'm just going to assume that this is what you do. I'm not going to be of the assumption that you are not making it to be what it needs to be. That should never be my assumption. Because if it is, you are fraud. And I don't follow frauds. Absolutely not. I'm not going to follow frauds. What are you talking about? We need to make it about the realness, and the realness is not always cute. And yes, then you can figure for yourself out, do I want to post it or do I not want to post it? Hey, that's up to you. I have a different vision and mission for this platform and what it is that I do for the brand MCJ Studio. So I do feel that it's my obligation to show you sometimes, hey, I have up. Yes, when you cut this finger, I will bleed. Okay, I am human. But yeah, I mean, my goal is definitely to show more of the things that go well, exceptionally well, so that I can have that as a standard for you as well. But please don't fall into the trap of being where you are like, it's a sketchbook and it needs to be perfect and it needs to be this and that. It needs to be all the way good, all the way great. It's not going to be that, child. Not always. It's a sketchbook. I say this again. I've said this many moons back. It's a sandbox. You get to play in it, and you can destroy it if you want to. And you can also leave it there. What's wrong? What is up? What is going on? What is going on? You can do all of those things. It's okay. All right. So I hope that you enjoyed this piece of content. Let me know here below in the comment section what it is that you think of this particular subject. Definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel and here on the Patreon. Follow what it is that I do on the social media platforms, and also subscribe to the newsletter because there I talk a lot more about other stuff that I have for you all. Stay on here because there's a lot more to. All right. See you all next time. Be blessed. Stay safe. Bye.